Today on my channel, we'll be discussing something very sensitive, like highly sensitive. So come along with me as we go into the business of today. If you are new to my channel, my name is Oluwatosin Elizabeth Odubanjo, and on this channel, we talk about lifestyle, we talk about faith, we talk about meaningful and purposefully living. So subscribe if you are yet to subscribe, and also like this video. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know how we do it, you know how we do it, you know how we do it. Just click on the like button while we go into the business of today. So like I said earlier, we are discussing something very sensitive. um what not to say when you are paying your condolence to someone or to a family who is bereaved. We all know how difficult it can be when paying ambulances to a bereaved family or to a friend or loved one who is bereaved. It's usually difficult to act right or to say the right things around them. So today, I just want to be helpful by letting you know the things not to say when you are paying your condolence, or how not to act around those who are bereaved. I lost my mom a year ago. Really painful. She's my everything. Um, and we're that close, really close. And pondering on a lot of events that unfolded within that period, I discovered that some things that were said weren't intentional. People just didn't know how to say the right thing or to act. It's really difficult. So, number one thing to avoid saying when you're paying your condolence to anyone who is bereaved at all is to tell them, be strong. Avoid using that word. In that moment, they are as weak as possible and at their lowest point. So, giving them the word be strong could be damaging emotionally, because in their head, they don't even know how to be strong. So, you telling them to be strong is not the right word to use. Then, the number two thing to avoid saying also is stop crying. In fact, stop crying and the word be strong goes hand in hand. Be strong, stop crying. Hey, there is no way they can stop crying. In fact, when I lost my mom, all I wanted to do was just to cry. I can remember my siblings telling me that I was the one that cried the most. Yes, seriously, that is all I can do in that moment, or that is all they could do in that moment. So please avoid using the word stop crying, avoid using the word be strong. Allow emotions to play itself in that moment. And another thing to avoid saying also is I know how you feel. Hmm. Even though you have been through that process, you definitely don't know how they feel. And this is because everybody goes through the mourning phase differently. So there is no way you will know how they feel. How I feel in my mourning phase is different from how any other person. In fact, the way I will feel is different from the way my siblings would have felt also. So there's no way I will know how they feel. So you now coming to tell me I know how you feel. No, it's a very wrong word to use when you are paying your condolence to anyone who is bereaved. You definitely don't know the pain. You definitely don't know how they feel. So avoid using that word. Another thing to avoid saying is, I lost mine so years ago. So at one the same level. In fact, Yorubas are spoiled or saying something like, Opaye eje. Please, how insensitive can we be? Avoid saying that. Like I said, you are there to show your comfort, to give your support, to show that you care. So, because you have been or you have gone through that, does not mean you now come to now start giving us story is wrong, please. Is really, really, really wrong. We need to stop. Opayeje means you have killed your mother or you have killed your father. At one the same level means we are on the same level now. No, please, please, I'm begging you. Like, if you guys want me to kneel for you, I would gladly kneel. Please avoid saying that. Please. It's even a wrong choice of word to use to someone who is bereaved. Another word or another thing to avoid doing or saying when you are paying your condolence is asking the question, how did they die? Hmm. I'm not sure that should be your business. I'm not sure you are in the right what word can I use? I'm not sure is the best time to ask that kind of question. How did they die? Please avoid asking that. Even if the thing is really hungry you to know how the person died. Permit my words. Please avoid asking that question. How did they die? Now, I think I've lost count of how many I've mentioned. Let's have a recap. Avoid using the word be strong. Avoid saying stop crying. Avoid asking the question, how did they die? Avoid saying you know how they feel. So let's go to the next one. Now, avoid saying they will feel better with time. You and I definitely know that they will feel better with time, but it is not yet the time, or it is not the appropriate time to be a motivational speaker by telling them that they will feel better with time. Please avoid doing that. Definitely, as time passes by, they will feel better, but you are not in the right position to let them know at that moment that they will feel better with time. The last one, I know there are many more. I just picked out a few that I could relate with. So the last one is avoid saying that um, you have to accept the fact that there are no more. Do you know how difficult it is to accept the fact that you would not see your loved one anymore until Jesus comes? It's really hard to accept that fact. And they are in that moment, they are processing a lot of things in their head. Really? Could this be true? Is this really happening to me? So you now coming to tell them to accept the fact that they are no more can be very damaging to their emotional state. So please avoid using all of these words. Avoid saying all of these things. Then I think another way you should not act. Please don't cry more than the bereaved. It's painful for everybody, right? So how do you not cry more than the bereaved? Please avoid. In fact, in my head, it will be like, why is this person crying more than me right now? No, don't cry more than the bereaved. Like I said, the purpose of your presence or the purpose of paying your condolence is to show support. Be there in the moment with them. Let them know that they can find comfort while you are there with them, not damaging to their emotional state. So please avoid using all of these words. Avoid saying all of these things. Then I think another way you should not act. Please don't cry more than the bereaved. It's painful for everybody, right? So how do you not cry more than the bereaved? Please avoid. In fact, in my head, it will be like, why is this person crying more than me right now? No, don't cry more than the bereaved. Like I said, the purpose of your presence or the purpose of paying your condolence is to show support. Be there in the moment with them. Let them know that they can find comfort while you are there with them, not damaging the whole. So please, if at all you need to pay your condolence to someone who is bereaved or a family who is bereaved, and you don't know how to act or you don't know what to say, please just go there and be there in that moment with them without saying any word. In fact, it's much more better not to say anything than to say things that will we damage your relationship with them. Words are powerful. In fact, it's always hard to forget words that are said in the wrong way to people who are bereaved. So I hope you have taken one or two things from today's episode. Maybe in the next episode, or when next you see my beautiful face, we'll be talking about things to say when you are paying your condolence to anyone who is bereaved. Till I see you again, have a lovely time. And just before I sign out, please ensure you like, drop a comment, and also share.